Okay, so this is a question that we solved in class. That was yesterday. So when I came to the house, I just took my time to solve it again so that whether we were not able to do it in class, we will have a benefit of it. Or maybe we don't understand it, we will understand it well. So first of all, the question is not here with me. I can't read the question, but I'm just explaining the answer, what I've done here, so that you match it according to the question. But the question is off head here. So the first question that they were asking, they were saying that we should calculate for the motor van accounts for the 2020, 2021, and 2022. So for the first thing that you will do that you won't find yourself struggle is writing the date and the amount that was being paid. So you see what I've done here. The question A, they said 1st January 2020, motor van, they bought motor van of this amount, 2,000. So this is what you can do. So let's quickly dive into the table. So when you are done with this one, just draw your table, the motor van account. That's the T account. And please don't forget to bring your DR, your debit side and your credit side, your date and the CD sign. And see all those things fetch marks. So the motor van account, you are just recording the amount the amount of motor van and the number of times that they bought it. So you could see that on 2020 they bought motor van, 2021 they bought motor van, 2022 they bought motor van, and 2022 they disposed the first motor van that they bought because they think that it has been used for a very long time. So they disposed it. So you are just recording it like an asset account. Oh, they bought this amount, this motor van, you record 2,000. Oh, the next year they bought this, then you record it, and the next year. But you know that asset is not being disposed within one financial year or an current asset. You can use it for like 4 years, 5 years. So if you take it to the next financial year, you have to add it to the new one that you have bought. So you will say that, oh, the total asset that I have in my company, I have maybe 2 cars, but those 2 cars were not bought maybe in the same year, but different year, but you still have 2 cars. So that's how this one is being done. So if you are recording, first of all, you debit your motor van account in the name of cash, because when you buy motor van will be increasing and your cash will decrease. So you see, we have debited motor van in the name of cash. So you bought it in 2020. So 2020 you didn't buy any motor van again. You only bought that 2,000 Ghana cedi motor van. That's what you bought. So you can balance off your account. That's why I have balance off this one, you see. Now for you to balance off, you have to make both sides be equal. That's why we brought balance brought carry down, which is also 2,000. So now we can balance it off since we don't have anything under it again. So in 2020, we bought only one motor van, and that's what we used within from January to December. That's what we use. We use only one motor van. That's why it has been balanced off. So when we went to the next year, since you didn't dispose the first motor van that you bought, you will carry it to another year, which is 2021. That's the balance the balance brought down. So you see, 1st January 2021, balance brought down is 2,000. See, the car that you bought, you have used it from 2020 and you have used it you have entered 2021. Do you get it? So in 2021, you are having also one car, but you bought another car again, which worth what 30,000. So in 2021, you bought another car on 1st April 2021. So you are going to add the old car to what? To the new car. Then you know that, oh, now I have two cars. That's the whole concept here. In 2021, in 2020, you bought a car, a motor van worth 20,000, and you use it from January to December. And you went to 2021 and you carry forward or brought forward the car that you bought in 2020. And in 2020, you bought 2020, you bought another car. So you have to add it to the motor van, the first motor van that you bought to get what? Two motor van. So when you add the 20,000 plus the 30,000, you get 50,000. So now you have 50,000 worth cars. That's the whole concept. So when you get it, we have to balance it off so that 2021 will also be sealed. So for us to balance it off, we have to bring what? Balance what? Carry down. That's why we brought 31st, 12th December 2021 balance carry down. Then we have balanced it off. So now we are also done with what? 2021. But since we didn't dispose of the two assets that we have gotten in 2021, we said, oh, in 2022, we are going to still use those cars. We didn't sell them. We are still going to use it. So you see, we have to brought down those two cars in 2022. So that 50,000 Ghana cedi car, we have brought it to what? 2022. And in 2022, we bought another car that was 45,000 Ghana cedis. So now we are going to add the new car to the two old cars that we have. Then we have three cars. So now in 2022, we have what? Three cars. So when you add the 45,000 to the 50,000, we will get what? 95,000 Ghana cedis. So it means that from 2020, 2021, and 2022, the cars that we have bought, we have spent what? 95,000 Ghana cedis on that three cars. But within that 2022, we disposed of one of the assets. Oh, you said, oh, you have used the first car for a very long time. So why not you selling the first car? Then you maintain the two cars. Those cars are not. So that's the concept. That's the disposal. So you are selling off an asset due to maybe the long use, or due to maybe wear and tear, or due to maybe you keeping on maintaining it. Maybe you are spending it, so you want to even maybe sell it or buy or give it out. But this one, you sold it. When you were disposing it off, you sold it. So in 2022, we disposed of the first car that we bought, motor van that we bought, which worth what? 20,000. So for us to know the actual amount or the actual cars that we are having, we have to subtract the first motor van from the three motor van. So if you are having three cars and you sell one, it means you are going to have what? Two cars left. So now we want to know the amount or the worth of that two cars. So you have to come and what? Credit the disposal, which is what? The 20,000. You are not going to use the amount of money that you sold. No. You are going to use the amount that you bought, the cost of the purchase, which is 20,000. That's what you are going to use here. So please, if you are doing it, don't confuse yourself. This amount that you sold the car. The amount that you sold the car is not the same as the amount that you bought the car. So for you to know the actual worth of your asset that is being left, you have to subtract the 20,000 from what? The total of what? That's the 95,000. Then you get what? The actual amount. I hope we do understand it here. So when you credit the disposal, you are subtracting. That's why you are crediting it, so that you will subtract this one from this one. Then you get 75,000. That will be what? Your balance what? Carry down. So when you subtract this, the 20,000 from the 95,000, you get what? 75,000. That will be your what? Balance what? Carry down. Then you will be able to what? Balance it what? Off. So in 2023, the balance brought down is going to be 75,000. So now, as you are entering 2023, you are entering with what? 2 cars. And those 2 cars worth what? 75 what? Thousand. 75,000. That is the motor van account. That's all about the motor van account. So let's move on to the second one, which is the B. So the B question was saying that we should calculate the accumulated depreciation account for 2020, 2021, and 2022. So let me explain it, how I got to this point. So when we are calculating for accumulated depreciation, they will give you a percentage. The percentage. And this one they gave 25%. So when we change the 25%, it's going to be 0.25. This is how it works. So 25%. When you are changing this 25% to decimals, is 25 over what? 100. How many zeros? 2. So you bring 1, 2. This is where the point starts. So 0.25. That's how we got this one. So on 2020,